You don't need to invest like the rich. There is a different way, and that is customized to your situation. We don't have the big incomes that a lot of high income earners and wealthy people have. We don't have the asset base or the connections or the network. So you need to work out what is suitable for your own situation. In this market and world we live in today, ego investing, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the marketing about having 100 properties in 100 days or 10 properties in 10 months. There's some unrealistic targets or headlines out there about your property investing journey. So I'd like to clear the mist on property investing and really bring it back to basics as to how you can become an investor that achieves success in your own right. Unless you're earning $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 per year, you're not going to be able to buy multiple properties every year. You're very likely to be able to buy 1, 2, or maybe 3 properties if you're the average Australian. Not many Aussies get past 1 or 2 properties, so it's very important that if you're only going to make 1 or 2 purchases, to make the best possible purchases you can with the knowledge and financial capacity that you have. So step number 1 to avoid overreaching is to assess your financial situation. This means you need to get on top of what you're spending your money on every month. I know this might sound boring and it comes back to the basics of property investing. You probably want to see flashy houses and nice cars, but that is not what property investing is about. It's a lot about self-education. It's a lot about understanding the intricacies of your finances and really getting a handle and control on what you spend your money on. Where you spend your money is where you see value. So are you valuing your investments and your long-term future, or are you spending money on things that don't bring value into your life? Now you've got an understanding of your personal finances, the next step is to look at your lending capacity. So you're going to have a chat with a broker or a bank and get an understanding of how much money they are willing to lend you. Everyone's lending capacity is different. We all have different jobs and different costs within our lives. So go and have a chat with 1 or 2, maybe even 3 brokers or banks to get a real understanding of your situation. These discussions will give you real clarity over your situation. You're going to know how much income you have coming in, what you're spending your money on, and how much money a bank is willing to lend you. You've got all the pieces to the puzzle now, and now you can go and take action. So step number 2 is be realistic with the property purchase that you want to make. Lots of people look at the top of their budget when they've had a chat with a bank or broker. The broker or bank says, yes, you've got borrowing capacity up to $800,000. Sometimes you can get caught in that trap of only looking at properties that are right at the top of your budget. Be realistic. Maybe a $700,000 property is suitable. You'll have enough cash buffers in place if you make a $700,000 purchase, rather than stretching to the $800,000 limit that you have at this point in time. Now, everyone's risk profile is different, so this is going to be different for different people, but make sure you assess your own risk profile, your own ability to make repayments, and really look at what purchase might be right for you. Step number 3 is take action, take action, take action. You might not be able to buy that Sydney Harbour property. You might not be able to invest like the rich in the inner CBD locations. If your borrowing capacity is only $300,000 to $400,000, maybe consider buying a townhouse, buying an apartment. Now, I know that I advocate for buying properties that have great land component, but if your borrowing capacity is so limited that you could only afford townhouses or apartments, then why not buy one of those properties that's in disrepair, that's a low-story walk-up, and that you can renovate and add value to it in the short term. If you're willing to put in the hard work, there's always opportunities out there for you to put some sweat equity in, to take on some DIY, to manage some trades and run a project yourself, and really fast track your journey. Now, that's not for everyone. If you're more of a passive investor, you could buy a tenant-ready townhouse that could rent out for quite a decent cash flow and get your property portfolio started. The most critical part here is that you do take the step forward. Lots of people get caught wanting and wishing that they'd made that purchase or taken that next step. If you've gone to the effort of looking at your finances, having a chat with a lender, and actually going out and assessing realistic properties, then make sure you do act on that purchase. You don't want 6, 12, 18 months, 2 years to pass before you've actually done anything, and the market has continued to move and opportunities have continued to pass by. I felt like this was a good topic to talk about because we can get lost looking at other people's portfolios, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos about successful people in property investing, and it's important to come back to ground, take your ego out of it and look at your own situation and to see how you can take the next steps to move forward in your own situation. Everyone's running their own race in this property investing journey, so don't feel like you're missing out on something or want what others have. Really take focus on what you can control and what you can do to take action and move forward in your investing journey. If you're motivated to go out and take those next steps in your property investing journey, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel down below. If you'd like help buying in the Brisbane market, I run a buyer's agency here in Brisbane called Purpose Property. Head over to our website and book in a free strategy session. Click this video over here for more things real estate, renovating, and financial freedom, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.